This number gets way...
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Leya. Maligayang pagdating. So in today's video I gonna react on a recommendation. It was Eduardo Vergara. He commented, hey, nice video, thanks. Please react to Labing Apat, reasons why Philippines are different to the world. Thanks. I heard about this video, but I have never seen it before, so it's a first time reaction, guys. So if you want to recommend me a video where I have to react on, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. Let's start watching.
What if I told you there is a country where over 175 languages are spoken, people text more than anywhere else in the world, and boxing fights directly influence crime rates? It sounds pretty much unbelievable, but it's all true in the Philippines. 14. There are more than 175 spoken languages. There are two official
Why 14 reasons, not more?
languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English. Filipino is the most commonly spoken and pop culture language, and the government of the country uses English in their work. By the way, the Philippines are number 5 on the list of the world's top English-speaking populations after US, India, Pakistan, and the UK. All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary.
That's quite impressive. I mean, I knew that they're really good in English and the majority of the Filipinos can speak English, but I didn't know that they are on the top 5 of the list of the world.
India, Pakistan, and the UK. All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary, but in fact, the diverse linguistic groups living in the country use over 175 languages for their internal communication. Since many of them exist only in spoken form, it's impossible to calculate.
You see? Most common languages: Bisaya, Cebuano, Ilocano. Okay, I don't know Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Ilonggo, Baray. Yeah, Baray, I heard about it.
The exact amount.
But there is no Bicol. My mom speaks Bicol and I know that they have different dialects.
13. Their capital is the most densely populated city in the world. The nation's capital, Manila, and its 16 surrounding cities that make up the Metro Manila area have a population of 12.8 million people. During the daytime, this number gets way higher since many people come here to work. And while the number doesn't sound that crazy, take note that all these people live and work in an area of 16.56 square miles. This makes the population density equal to 111,002 people per square mile.
Wow,
and
that's
that's
crazy.
5 times higher than in Mumbai or Paris, for example.
Crazy!
They have churches in shopping.
I've been to India and I know how many people are on the streets, but I didn't know that there are so many people in Manila or in the big cities of the Philippines.
Malls. Shopping malls aren't merely a place where you buy stuff for Filipinos. They are safe, air-conditioned community hubs with gyms, health clinics, concert halls, nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside. So it's no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And 3 of the world's 10 largest shopping malls are located in the Philippines. They are Mega Fashion Mall of SM Mega Mall, SM City North EDSA, and SM Mall of Asia.
Mall of Asia.
11. Filipino.
When I was in the Philippines, I've been to the Mall of Asia just once. One of the last days with Vanessa, my kaibigan. And it was quite short because it was one of our last days there from our backpacking trip. But I definitely have to go there when I'm back. And I didn't know that they have cinemas, churches, and even a small river like in Venice. That's incredible. I definitely have to go there.
Are the #1 texting nation in the world. You already know Filipinos love meeting up with friends at shopping malls, and when they can't see each other in person, they text. And when they do it, they rarely limit it to, "Hey, how are you?" In fact, they send about 400 million texts a day, and that's around 142 billion texts a year.
That's
it's more
crazy.
than the US and Europe put together. Not exactly a little number for a country of 107 million people. 10. They have a
Yeah, I know this already. I grew up with a Filipina mom and I remember that she's always on the phone, like always. For serious. And when I was in the Philippines, I can remember as well that it's a meetup place from 5 p.m. till I don't know how long they are open, the malls, 10 p.m. or even longer. And it's getting really full in the malls in the evening.
Unique form of transportation. If you visit Manila, you'll notice some interesting looking vehicles called
Jeepneys.
jeepneys. They are converted U.S. Army jeeps that
And I
stayed
always
in the
liked the
country after
tricycles.
World War II. Filipinos adapted them to transport up to 18 passengers who jump on the jeepney going in their direction and ring the bell for it to stop. There are about 50,000 jeepneys in Manila, and they all look different, with basketball stars, cartoon characters, inspirational quotes, neon lights, and whatnot on them. There are two major problems with jeepneys: safety concerns and pollution. They produce huge amounts of black smoke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hurry up if you want to ride before they get replaced with a rapid transit system. 9. One of the islands has more volcanoes than towns. The Philippines are, without a doubt, a super scenic location. Among all the islands that are a part of it, Camigan sure stands out.
Oh, I have to
with
go
more
there.
volcanoes
Come
per
again,
square
island.
mile than any other island on the planet. The island is 14 miles long and 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and 5 towns. And even though earthquakes and eruptions shaped it, volcanoes have been deep
What?
asleep since the 50s, so thousands of tourists
I did know that. That's crazy.
can safely visit the island these days. 8. Their national flag has a secret meaning. The national flag of the Philippines has 2 bands of blue and scarlet, and a white triangle at the hoist with a yellow sun and 8 rays, each of them standing for one province of the country.
Yeah.
The yellow stars stand for the 3 largest island groups: Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. What makes the
Mindanao.
flag really unique is that it can be reversed to declare a state of war. This happened during the Filipino Revolutionary War of 1898 to 1901 and
Oh,
during
good to
World
know.
War
I didn't
II
know
in
that.
1941 to 1945. 7. Boxing directly affects crime rates in the country. Filipinos love boxing and are crazy about their
Manny
most famous
Pacquiao.
boxer, Manny Pacquiao. Whenever he fights, the whole country is glued to its TV sets. And according to the Philippine National Police, PNP, crime rates
Not only the Philippines, everyone is watching.
in the country drop significantly when he's in the ring. During his 12-round fight against American boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. that went from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., not a single crime was committed in the whole Manila metropolitan area. It was basically the same during other major fights with the participation of the people's champ,
That's
Manny
crazy.
Pacquiao. 6. A lot of Filipinos work abroad. It might be because of their flexible and reliable character, or the fact that they speak great English as a second language. But more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad.
When I was in the Philippines, I can remember that a lot of people want to work abroad, live abroad, or they don't want to stay in the Philippines. I don't know why is that, but that was very interesting. And even my relatives are everywhere, like in Australia or the USA or in Dubai. If you are still in the Philippines, I think that's quite good and very nice to have relatives everywhere. Diba?
It's around 11% of the population, and a quarter of all overseas nurses in the world come from the Philippines. 5.
That's quite impressive,
Their
right?
rice terraces are the 8th wonder of the world. Banawa rice terraces are the oldest in the world, and were so smartly designed that they still bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get exported. And it is believed if all the terraces had been built end to end, they would stretch halfway around the world. Today, these places
Crazy.
bring the country more money as a tourist
Didn't know that.
destination than rice plantations.
And I definitely have to
and
go
thus they
there.
play
I definitely have to go there as well. And I want to see north of Luzon and want to go to the Kalinga clan to get a tattoo by the famous the oldest tattoo artist.
play an important role for the economy of the Philippines. 4. They produce a lot of coconuts. For years, the Philippines had been the
love the
number one
coconuts.
producer of coconuts in the world. And even though the leadership now belongs to Indonesia, 153,532,000 tons per year
What a
is
number.
still an impressive number, isn't it? These coconuts are used to make anything from clothing to beauty products. 3. The first European to visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan. The legendary explorer made the first record of the archipelago among the Europeans in 1521. He founded the first settlement in Cebu, and thus most of the area became a Spanish colony. This explains the fact that around 90% of the population are Christian, unlike most of the country's neighbors. In 1898, the Philippines went under U.S. rule and later, in 1946, became an independent republic. 2. A Filipino made the first karaoke machine. If you love to sing along, you ought to thank
That's nice.
Filipinos
That's
for
funny
your
to
favorite
know.
pastime. The first karaoke machine in the world was created in 1975 by Roberto del Rosario. He patented as the sing-along system, and even though there were some attempts to claim his creation, he still remains the only patent holder for the karaoke system. 1.
Oh.
The population is extremely good-looking.
I like this one, number 1.
With their love for boxing, texting, and shopping, Filipinos are crazy about beauty pageants. It might be the
Oh,
years
she's
of
beautiful.
American rule that gave them this love for competitive beauty, but the fact remains a fact. They have won in all major international pageants 15 times. There were 4 girls crowned Miss Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 title holders of Miss International, and 4 Miss Earth crowns. The first official pageant was held within the country in 1908, and since 2001, it's not just about beauty, but also for the promotion of environmental protection. Would you
That's
like to
crazy.
visit the Philippines? Or
Yes,
maybe
of
you've
course. I
already
can't
been
wait to be there
Let me know
again.
in the comment section below.
I
Don't
can't
forget to
wait.
give this video a like.
So that was the video. I can't wait to go there, to be back and feel the Filipino vibes everywhere. I like this video a lot and I hope you liked it as well. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below, maybe with a recommendation. That's it. So see you in the next one. Paalam, hanggang sa muli. Ingat!